in with my Google account. I've logged on before, so I've already created settings. Right now, Wevideo is uploading the editor. It's hosted online, so you'll always need to upload your editor. Walk you quickly through a few of the tools. You can see it's pretty intuitive. There are several different ways to view your timeline. One includes storyboarding if you're interested. There's simple, there's advanced. I'll keep mine in advanced. There are themes that you could use, but I recommend you create your own. To upload your files, there are various connections to the web. I'm going to upload from my computer, just uploading a few still images and some video files. Video files take a lot longer to upload and process. You'll see how the bars change and update. All right, everything's uploaded. Didn't want to make you sit through it. So now I'm going to add media to my timeline. It's as simple as clicking and dragging. I'm going to use the space bar to play my media. I'm just going to grab and drag to see as long as I want my media to stay on my screen. I can edit, add effects, and then I can transform, just showing you each of the tools. Can't use this tool unless you pay. All right, then I click done. I'm back at my timeline. I'm watching all the edits I made by clicking my spacebar. Looks good so far, right? All right, now I'm gonna add text to introduce my video. Go right over here to edit. I can add an animation to my text and then my text properties. I'm gonna type. I'm gonna highlight my text and then I can change the font. You can change the font size, the font style, the font color, the background color, the alignment of your text, all just like you would in any word processing system. I'm gonna watch what it looks like as I overlay it on top of the image I created. You can move it around, you can change it, really modify your text in your text bar however you want. Like I said, it's a lot like using a word processor. The features are similar to something like a Microsoft Word. And I always like to test. Looks good, I'm done. All right, so I have text that's overlaying my still image. And you see the two working together on my timeline. Can always go back and click and drag. I want both of them to start at the same time, or do I want the image to come in before the text? Go back to my media. There's my video. I'm going to add my video to my timeline. Watch it, make sure it's what I want. Then I'm going to edit. Right? I have all these effects I could add to my video if I wanted to, but I want to keep this presentation nice and clean and simple. Then I'm going to go to edit. If I want to add an animation like I did to my text, I could. But right now I'm just going to turn the audio off. I'm going to zoom in a little more on my screen. And if I wanted to brighten and contrast, if I wanted to change the speed, this is one thing I wish that Wevideo could do, like you can do in iMovie, is speed up your video. Unfortunately, you can't with the free tool, but I don't really need to. I'm just going to trim my clip. I always like to watch as I go so I can see the things I need to do. One thing I recognized is I needed a transition, something to happen between my image and my video. So right now I'm just watching what it looks like. Keep a united theme. Add text to introduce the video I'm using. Text properties work the same way. Why I want to show you this is a really great way to keep your video united. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the same text properties as I did to the video prior on my title screen. Same font, same size, same color. Really great way to just make sure you keep your video united, unified, simple. Just play around with the text. Really, I want to show you what you can and can't do with the text. It's a little limited, but you do have some control. Just show you the different options. All right. Now I'm going to add another video file. It's easy as clicking and dragging. Long clip, and like I said, it's not iMovie, so I can't slow it down or speed it up, so I'm just going to trim it. You can see it taking the time off my video. What's in this video is not as important as it is having a visual. Again, they're the same edits. So if I want to zoom in on my screen, take out the parts I don't need. I want to turn off the volume. I'm just going to go to mute because I'm going to use my own volume. And again, those are two features at the end you can't use without a paid subscription, so I'm done with that. I could add effects, but again, we're trying to keep these nice and simple. We don't want too many things to distract. We already have a moving screen, so we probably don't need any animations on top of it. To stay unified, I am going to use the same title slide for my text. Same text properties. But what I want to look at here is putting text over a white background, where before I was working with a dark background. So some things here have to change. And again, it's common sense. It's just like using any word processing system. Showing you what you can do. Problem solved through this. All right, so I still want the same font, but I want the font to look different because it's going to sit somewhere very different against a different color background. Alright, so I'm back in my timeline. I want to keep my video nice and united, so I'm going to apply these same transitions every time I swap from one video or one still image to another. So I'm going to use the cross dissolve. Just make sure that they're all similar. I'm going to add another still image at the end. This image I'm going to show you a little bit about how to animate. We didn't do too much of that in the beginning. Now that you really have a feel for how to use the timeline, how to use the tools, go into these animations, use a fade in and a fade out. Really going to zoom in here on the things we talk about in social media like Instagram and Facebook. Watch what I do. Really great way to drive your point across, have some motion to a still image. So it sort of becomes video-like. And then again, if I wanted to add any of these effects, I could, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep mine nice and simple. I want something that looks nice and simple. Same text, keeping my video united. And I'm just going to go back. I'm going to write exactly what I did in the beginning and the end, kind of sandwich all of my information, sandwich my ideas together. Keep those fonts the same, keep that color the same. The only thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to make my text just a tiny bit bigger. And you'll see why. Oh, I tested it. I can't see. Again, it's white. So go in, change the color. Also going to change the size. Has a lot to compete with those images in the background. Going to outline it. Now I watch and see. Change that gray, doesn't stand out, not enough contrast, all these great things we know about visuals. Make it a little lighter. Watch it again. Then I'm going to make it a little bigger. It's too big. Come back in. Just want it to stand out. I want it to stand out a little more. And if you don't like the slide bar, which I actually don't, if you want a little more control over that text, you can go in and type the number you need. So it may not make a big difference to you, but I made the font just a tiny bit bigger so that you can see it. It has a lot of other text that it's trying to compete with. All right, this is what my timeline looks like so far, but I'm missing a few things. One thing I suggest is to add audio. Really light audio in the background of your video can help keep it united. So here I'm just going through the various audio, listening to some samples, deciding what I like best. I won't make you listen to them all with me. You can listen to them yourself. I want something that's going to help unite but also not distract. There'll be parts in this video where I do a voiceover. I don't want it to take away from anything I'm doing. I just want it to be consistent and something that I can hear softly when I don't have a voiceover. I'm picky. All right, I found something I like. It is as easy as sliding it into the audio. You can see the sound waves, but I want to go in and edit, and I want to turn that volume down. I don't want to mute it like I did for my video clips. I want to turn it down, do a fade in and fade out, so the first second of my video doesn't have any music, and then the last 5 seconds of my video won't. I'm just going to turn it all the way down, so it's really a soft background noise. So right now I'm sort of watching my video, listening to how soft the music is in the background, seeing if it goes with the flow. Again, just testing what it is I'm doing. Again, I'm applying this to my entire video. I think it's important to watch the video. It's not very long to know that the sound is correct. I'm going to save my work and just show you how to get back into your video if you ever need to stop. It's that simple. All right, I have all my audio here. I'm going to trim it. Over. My recording failed, and that's because I didn't allow on the top. So I'm just reloading right now, going back to doing my voiceover. I'm going to record with my microphone. And this time I allowed the application to use.
Here's where I would say what
so
it is
I'm
that
speaking. You're watching it record in the background. Then I'm going to stop.
I can stop.
I'm going to save what I've recorded. It's recording. It's saving my recording. I'm sorry. And then you see it pop up here. I can edit that. I want my audio level to be high, but not on 100, so it doesn't sound maxed out on my speakers. I'm going to listen to it. What does it sound like me speaking over this?
Here's where
with the music.
I would say what it is that my
sounds pretty all right.
Is about. I can speak over my slides.
I'm going to go to done. Point. I can move it around, start my auto recording where I want it to be, and then all I have to do is slide my cursor on my timeline where I want to start my voiceover recording again. So here I go. I'm going to record again. Speaking over, saying what I need to say about what's on the screen,
and stop.
Then I'm going to save it. It's saving, and I can use it or lose it on my timeline. The longer the audio recording, the longer it takes to save. And as you can see, when it's saving audio or something that you record right into what you're doing, it takes a while. So I can do other things on my computer, but I can't do anything else in Wevideo until it's uploaded. So it's uploaded now. I'm going to reopen my editor because I left my screen. Didn't change the fact that I recorded. Thought it'd be a good time to maybe name my file. But just so I can go back, save it, make sure all the updates I've done is saved. When I close my screen, it did not save anything. All right, and now I'm just gonna attach a main art assessment logo to the front end and the back end of my video, again, to unite it, to kind of sandwich this idea, to create an identity and a label. Again, just going through how to keep this project, how to manage your projects for you. And then you see my main arts assessment initiative file come up. That's what I've named my video. It's been fully uploaded. Go back to my timeline. It's right there. Like I said, I'm going to add it in 2 different spots. I'm going to add it at the beginning. I'm going to take the same image, I'm going to add it at the end. So I'm reusing the same image. Of course, you can do this. You could reuse the same video and do different edits to it. Go in, edit. what do I want it to look like? Get that whole thing on the screen. I'm using this image because I am going to add some animation to it. Start with the whole thing. And then I'm going to end by just zooming in on the text. I want to make sure all that text fits. I'm going to go down again with the slide bar. Some people like it, some people don't. You can also type in. All right. Done with that. Move bar, space bar, I'm going to watch it. Ooh. All right.
Here's where I would say
I've got a lot going on this timeline. All the different components. I have still images, I have video, I have audio, I have voiceovers. Watching it all take place. And then to go to the end, I also want to add some animation to this. Again, it's a still image, but I want to create some sort of sense of movement to make it more engaging, keep my viewer interested. This time I'm going to do the inverse. I'm going to start with the image large. All right, and then end with just the words. I think this will be a good look. And there we go. Test it out before I try. I like the way that looks. And there you have it. At the end, I'm just going to put my name, the date, Maine Arts Assessment Initiative. This could really be anything. Really basic, really simple. I'm going to do it with title, but you could do it really with any of these. Oops, sorry about that. Here it goes. I'm just putting my name, the date, Maine Art Assessment Initiative. You put anything you want here. In a readable font, and keep it relatively small. It's not that important to the video. Just again, to create an identity, there it is at the end. I can move it over, I can make it longer. All the same clip things apply. Like I said, I don't find it to be a very important part of the video making process, but should be there. Should know who's doing what. And I just want to watch it, make sure it's synced up correctly. Nothing very important. All right. Watching it from the beginning, seeing how all the elements of video making, still images, moving images, audio, and voiceover are working together on my timeline, getting a good feeling for what it is. Final little critiques. I'm going to add those transitions and all the places where I transition just in order to have a unified video. Every time I transition, I want that cross dissolve. Keeping things uniform. I feel ready. I'm going to publish my video. And there are a lot of different social media platforms you could publish to, like YouTube, or you can publish straight to your drive. You can choose the quality, but again, you only get certain qualities for free. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save my video because I know it's complete. Should have done that first. I'm going to look at what options I have to save to if I want to save to my Instagram. Look at the project. There it is. It's done. I'm going to publish it. I could do many other things to it, but I want to publish. I'm going to publish to Wevideo. So I'm going to keep it here on Wevideo to be stored. So Wevideo is what's highlighted right now. Go to publish. Takes a while to publish, but then once it is, it's right in here in your exports, and then you can save that to your actual computer if you'd like, so you have a copy that's not just on the web. You can put it anywhere. I'm going to put mine in my social media folder. It's downloading. It'll take just a minute to fully download. Working off my screen now. And then there I have it in my social media folder, downloaded from Wevideo, which is where I'm storing my file and where I published to.